Hello, so we are back with the red, blue, yellow rosters for SPL 16. So, first thing first, we have some players who did not even make it to a roster. Most notably, I don't see B or something and Emma. Emma, former SPL player and the host of Red Blue Yellow Invitational, and B or something, good player on the way up, who some expected to be drafted. Also notice that Excal and ABR are managers. This is a good evil. I like to see red, blue, yellow players, dedicated one-tier players, take the slot. These guys, I'm glad to see them joining World Cups and Invitationals like I do. Also, I think Classiest should have been a starter, and it looks like this will not be the case. So this shows you how difficult it is to get in. So if you got drafted, it means that you are very good at the game. So don't worry. I mean, whatever happens, keep your head up. Don Eduardo, Kenix, Carapinga. I don't know the name for this player. I mean, when players change the name every 5 minutes, I hit myself in confusion. However, Don Eduardo is most likely to start Generation 2 Gold Silver Crystal, so Genesis 7 is supposed to be starting for the Tigers. Also, Shiloh and Christos are possible options. And you can see that most teams have substitutes on the bench who have made appearances and possibly had some good finishes in major tournaments, like Blazing Dark and Raiza had some deep runs in Red Bull Invitational. So we have Amaran, Genesis 7, Kaz, Sepos, Spies, Chuva, a Fallica random, also known as Felix, which is also easier on my pronouns, Nicole, Serpi, and Prince, formerly known as Alexander. Let's start with Amaran, a former Red Bull Yellow Invitational champion, and also won another, I think it was Global Championship some years ago. Got rusty, then got back in full effect, and finished at 3rd place in the most recent Invitational. So, Amaran had a chance to become the first 2-time champion, and this is definitely one of the great players here, who can also catch you off guard with unexpected builds. The pool is not easy, but I predict a positive score and possibly more. Amaranth is also one of the very few people who care about winning a World Cup as much as I do, so that's a good package of reasons for saying Amaranth is the one and only player you should be supporting. Then we have Genesis 7, a player who has claimed the top spot of the ladder in the past and who has been playing on a good level for quite some time. However, Genesis 7 is not getting out of the play-ins for the Invitational tournament, so he's going to fight an uphill battle in this kind of pool. If you want to see someone rise up to the occasion, Genesis definitely is the player for you. Then Kaz. This player is an artist, one that can take unexpected builds to another level. That's no gimmick, Kaz is a 2-time runner-up in Invitational tournaments. Nobody else can claim that. So if you like to see different teams being used by one of the greatest, Kaz clearly is the one and only player that you should be supporting. Next, Sepos. This is one of the great players. Most notably, Sepos showed up to every Invitational tournament and performed well every single time. That means that you're not only a good player, you're a great one. I think that winning helps you win more, and that's what Sepos needs. So if you wish to see great players unlock their full potential, Sepos definitely is your player of choice. Spies is the veteran with solid knowledge of the tier, who also plays regularly in Invitational tournaments. This player was playing against GG Fan in the mid-2000s, and is now back to a good level. So if you want to support the most ancient player in the pool, there's no other player you want to support more than Spies. Then we have Chuva, one of the greatest players you can find. Chuva has won a lot of individual tournaments. I don't even care to list them. All I can say is that this player was the steal of the draft and his legacy is underrated. Chuva is coming at you in any environment, whether it's the ladder, the invitational, or the least important tournament in the world. As far as I know, Chuva was born as a random battle player, and that explains his style. This player can be very aggressive with a prediction-heavy style. Great student of the game, always building new teams. In spite of success, I think Chuva has not harvested his crops yet. So if you believe in quote-unquote agriculture, Chuva clearly is the one and only player you want to root for. Then we have Felix. This is one of the two dangerous players from Team Germany. Felix just had a couple terrific years, winning the Invitational on his debut and claiming the best win rate in the Invitational, among most things. Well, when you are talking about a player of this caliber, listing their victories becomes pointless. Felix makes aggressive yet consistent plays, so I feel like this player represents the evolution of the species. I see greatness, and I don't think people fully realize. If you like AIs, chess engines, and things like that, Felix is the one and only player you wish to support. Then we have Nicole, who emerged very quickly in the last couple years and was one full paralysis away or one click away from being Invitational champion. Also, that would have been the first time for a winner of the losers bracket. That means Nicole finished with a 7-2 record. This is a bittersweet experience and it looks like Nicole made the best out of it. So if you believe in karma, Nicole definitely is the player you want to support. Then we have Serpi, which is widely regarded as the best player in the world right now. Serpi has won many individual tournaments and has gotten the best record in team tournaments, featuring a 7 victories undefeated run in World Cup. The Red Blue Yellow Invitational really is the only flaw in his showcase, but I do believe that it's only one way to show that variance is bigger than any player. So if you are looking for an easy win, there's no doubt, this is the player you want to root for. Finally, we have Prince, formerly known as Alexander. I mentored this guy and he learned the tier in 2 weeks, becoming as good as anyone else. That was a quicker rise than that of Maximum Decimus Meridius. Alexander is great, a great player on multiple generations, and I think that's why he was a bit more expensive compared to other players. You can't doubt his skills. However, as a Generation 1 player, it's always hard to shake off the rust. If Alexander can, he's going to be a tough nut for everyone else. So if you like to pick the dark horse, Prince Alexander definitely is the player for you. So which is the player I'm going to pick for the best record? Well, that could be a tie at 6-3, but well, I can see at least 5 contenders, and if I have to make one name, that is Felix, just too sharp right now. I am 100% sure that we are going to see some great games, so we'll find out. Thanks for watching and see you the next time.